What up, y'all?
Hello.
We're here. It's time for Secrets of Power
Yeah.
pre-release simulator. I'm really excited for this because they're going to do the same format we did for our last sealed stream, where we are going to both openly, or we're going to build decks collaboratively, and then randomly determine who plays what deck.
Yeah.
So that we're both giving all our energy into the making the two best sealed decks we possibly can.
Right.
Open with chat, so you guys can build along too and complain that we made bad decisions. And
if you're
probably justifiably.
If you're watching this video sometime in the future, keep in mind that so for like a sealed PQ, whatever it might be, right? You don't get to use the Amidala or the Palpatine.
Yeah, so we have access to those two leaders
for the pre-release
at all times. Yeah.
But if you're playing in a sealed PQ, you don't have access to those. We do for that, and I suspect both of those are probably really good. Like, there's a good chance you're happy playing either of those.
Are they rare normally?
The leaders,
or are they not in the
they're
packs?
Starter only.
Oh.
You could bust, in theory, the showcase of them.
God,
but that's really rare.
Yeah.
You can't really plan around that. You can't really plan around like a rare leader in a pool.
Right.
You can say, yeah, like one of the common leaders. If you've got like a couple decision trees based around common leaders, you can pick those. Justin's
let us begin.
He's getting all antsy in the pantsy.
We got a lot to do today. We got a carbonite box to open after this too.
Yeah.
So
we'll probably make that a separate video if you're watching live.
Certainly.
If you're watching on YouTube, then it's going to be on YouTube.
We got deck box. We got some Jabba insert divider. Very
look at
cool.
that.
Cassian, Mothma, Jabba for some reason.
Jabba might be fine in common, so yeah.
Really
Typically, the rare leaders
around.
are harder, but like I don't know that I would want to play DJ in limited, right? I think you actually cut what you could play in a pool down to a very, very, very small amount, right?
Tokens, some advice for building your deck.
That's all good. That's all good for newer players.
Very cool. All right, let's open these packs. I guess let's check out these hyperspace leaders first.
If you watched our decks, Padme.
Very nice, very nice. Just opened all my product. Currently sat here sorting out and loading my set folder. Start day one for pre-release.
Yeah,
one of 4 pre-releases.
Yeah,
Woo!
may as well get them in when you can, right?
Yeah, I opened all my stuff except for this last carbonite box. So hoping to shore up some legendaries and rares that we didn't get. It's rough out there, but I did get a Mon Mothma showcase.
Yeah, I got 0 showcases. I'm upset. So
yeah, that's too damn bad.
I'm way behind.
What do we do with this? We had one person sorting. You want to open and I'll sort?
Sure. Yeah, I think that's what we did. All right, first pack. Here we go. Is it worth putting all these cards on camera?
No, I don't think so. Just like show some key stuff.
So we got
uncommons, the leaders.
So we got Mon Mothma, and I think she is a viable limited leader because there's like you can play a top end from all of the.
Yeah, I think you have a lot of options, especially in sealed. I think you get a ton of options with her.
We got a hyperspace foil mouse Amida.
So that's an extra rare.
So that's an extra uncommon.
Okay.
He does seem good with Palpatine. Our rare in that pack is Saw Gerrera's.
And you can play him with Mon, right?
You cannot. Mon does not discount villainy.
Okay.
But Saw Gerrera's U-Wing, I do think space is probably very good in this format.
I think that's an insanely good sealed card.
Right? I don't think Saw Gerrera's U-Wing is dying to damage.
No, yeah.
With 8 health, and the action economy is nice. We got this unit to consider with Mon Mothma. If we're playing Mon, we can play him in whatever color. I think he's just well statted. We got this. I actually think this card is probably pretty good in limited,
especially in sealed.
Because it's like a big swing.
At the very worst, it kills the spy, and there will be plenty of spies going around.
And this card's actually probably good and limited. Return something that's got some value attached to it, and then get 2 spies. So those are some standout cards from that pack. There's some other workman utility stuff there. Next pack. We've got a Yularen leader. I'm not particularly excited by him. Retaliation is a card that probably just gets played if you're playing blue in limited. I don't think the card is good for constructed, right? I'm willing to bet this card will make it into the deck. I don't know if this format's going to be as fast as some of the other ones, but a 6/7 ambush for 7 has got to do some damage in limited. We've got a Clan Ordo warrior here. He's pretty good with Padme. So like that's like a very tempting to play Padme because of him. We actually have quite an interesting uncommon suite here. Uncommon suite plus a card. We've got a C-3PO, and he seems pretty good and limited. Just the ability to buff stuff means you get to trade. Something else that happens in limited quite a bit is that you have like extra resources laying around at various times. So being able to trade,
playing him again,
being able to trade stuff up the curve and then replaying C-3PO is pretty good. We've got a hunter. He seems like a bomb in limited. The ability to just kind of smoke stuff, and he hits for 7, so he ends the game very quick. We got a Cinta. I think if you're playing aggression you would be extremely happy. Joker there.
Thank you.
42 months.
TTR is the answer to life, the universe, and everything.
Very appropriate.
Yeah, I won't say no.
Cinta seems really good and limited. I'm not sold on her for constructed yet.
Mm-hmm.
I've been doing some goofing around with some decks. I'm not quite sold on her in constructed yet. I don't think she's like unplayable. I just not sold on her. And then rounding out the deck is a Lando. I think he's probably insane and limited. Like gaining 6, being able to restore health, and then I think this grit means you're incentivized with him to kill off something and then start putting like 10 damage into the opponent's base.
It's pretty big, yeah.
He's got Lando's got a huge caboose. So,
well, what have we here?
All right, we got a Daedra. We'll call up these two real fast. I actually think both of these are probably pretty good. Even in maybe even the same deck. Just being able to like muck up the ground arena right there. The Cruel Commandos having Overwhelm is pretty relevant. That means they can attack through a spy token and then trample the damage on the base. So like both of those, this implies these arguments for Palpatine, I'd say. So all right, this pack has, funny enough, it's got 2 A-Wings in it. I think there's actually a fairly decent chance.
A-Wing probably gets a lot of damage in.
I think it gets a lot of damage in limited. Here's some more interesting ones. The Trade Federation delegates, which I think in limited probably pretty good.
Pretty good, yeah.
And the Political Bully, which I think we saw did some decent stuff. Another this pack was like all villainy. This guy seems totally fine at limited. I've done a little bit of testing. I was trying out like a little bit of Phasma, because you can deploy Phasma, deploy this guy, give Phasma an experience token, and it's also a first order, so that when you attack with Phasma, your next action, you've got the first order trigger. And the FN Troopers also give you Power of the Dark Side protection. So, and the rare in the pack was the Elite Squad, which probably goes Omega crazy and limited. So it's that one probably does a lot of work. Are y'all connected to stores or what? Yes, you could say that I'm connected to a store. We got Bale. Now, I'm not ambitious enough to make Bale work in limited. Perhaps some of you crazy brewers out
Bale
there.
Limited sounds kind of insane. But
could make that work.
You never know.
The rare in that pack was a Hyperspace Disaster.
I feel like that probably doesn't get played. I mean, you could side it in, right?
You could side it in, I think.
If your opponent's playing something like Sagar's U-Wing and 2 A-Wings in their deck, then you might want to bring it in.
Yeah. We got a Faith in Your Friends, and I'm not... I'm sure the embargo, I think the embargo was lifted on Monday, so I think stores care less about I think the stores are just like less likely to get in trouble now that people, if you're posting a pack online, you're not like in violation of Asmodee's policies, stuff like that. So anyway, Faith in Your Friends, I think this card is constructed dynamite, and I think this card is limited poison, because I think it's probably, you could probably build like a really sick draft deck around Faith in Your Friends, but I think it's going to be really hard to get that to work. It's very tempting.
You probably end up with a lot of trash in your deck if you want this to hit.
Yeah,
if you're really leaning into this hard.
I'm calling out the Power Droid here, because I actually think if you play this Power Droid in turn 2, you could run away with the game. It's not as easy to answer in sealed as it would be in constructed, and so you play this on 2.
It's probably really good,
and then you're like, you get ahead of the curve. I could see that getting pretty crazy. This pack got a Sly Moore. I feel like this pool is leaning closer and closer to Palpatine the whole time. We got some decent picks here. We also got an Armor of Fortune that can help round out the Palpatine the Palpatine crew there. So we'll look at this guy real fast. This guy might be crazy and limited, so forces the opponent to answer him. Basically gains you 5 life.
We had the hyperspace foil unauthorized investigation. Sick.
All right, we got a Leia. I think she was clearly designed with limited in mind. We got another populist champion here, once again, making us kind of lean towards Mon Mothma. We've got this Enforcer Squadron here, and I think this card probably does a lot of damage in space. Right? Your opponent can't kill it by attacking the turn you play it, and then can get in there for a bunch of damage.
Space might be where like games get finished in this environment.
So that's the way it was that's the way it kind of was in the first set. Like if you played a lot of, and I booster drafted the first set way more than the other stuff. I drafted quite a bit of the second set and a little bit of the third, but in the first set, if you had something that could just do like 3 damage in the space, it would just rack up damage over the whole course of the game. We got a Jar Jar here. And I think he's quite good.
Bomb.
We've got a Hondo. Maybe
possibly bomb.
Maybe we're plotting. I think Elia here is really good. Just a very solid stat.
Yeah, that goes in the deck if we play Villainy for sure.
Yeah. And then I think this is a good pickup, but I do think this Lightmaker is likely to lead you astray. This Lightmaker is not good enough to justify pivoting to this, especially since in Villainy in this pack we also had a double Sith Assassins and Contempt for Culture.
Jeez.
So that gives us a bunch of early drops, and I think 3/2s are much better in limited. Because all the 2/4s are uncommons and rares, right? We don't have to deal with them nearly as much. We got a Sly Moore, perhaps Sly Moore.
Sly Moore's probably pretty damn good.
Yeah, I think in limited it's pretty sick.
Yeah.
Thunderous Applause might really stand out in limited. There's a lot of times where if you suddenly have a bunch of extra stats on the board, then your opponent just suddenly has to like completely change the game plan. We've got Knowledge and Defense. That's another kind of like round out the Palpatine early cards. So we picked up another Sith Assassin. We've got a Lurking Snub Finder. I think a fighter. We're kind of like, we only had the one. We had got some decent yellow.
There's a lot of yellow. There's a lot of red.
There might
like villainy red looks pretty good too. We have like Hondo and Elite.
So there might be like with the double A wing that might lean you towards Sly Moore, right?
Yeah.
Oh. So
you get Sly Moore online turn 2 easily with double A wing.
We got a Senator Chuchi, so Mon Mothma buff there. We got a Deidre, leans us back towards villainy. Garindon, not as good game 1, but very good games 2 and 3. We got a Evil is Everywhere. And I think you like it might make your 30 if you're villainy, because if you've got 2 villainy units on the table and you could just use that to kill something cross arena,
yeah,
pretty
it
happy
can kill
with
a spy also, worst case scenario.
Now if we're talking about cards that could lead you astray, lead you to the wrong conclusion of what to play, how about a Hyper Foil Director Critic?
What?
Now, I suspect if you
so
resolve this unit and it doesn't instantly die, you probably win the game.
Yeah.
Because he just hits for 8 and draws you a ton of cards.
It looks so good. I pulled no Krennics, so wonderful. Perfect. Oh, it looks awesome.
So.
All right. Build time.
Yeah. Our villainy far outweighs our heroism. And I'm like, I don't think Hunter Lightmaker Faith in Your Friends, that's not enough yellow hero to justify Faith in Your Friends.
No way, yeah.
So I think that's got to go. I think the only... And Hunter, like, Mon Mothma yellow...
Did you get these guys? You have... 3PO.
3PO. The Theed Security aren't even officials.
Right.
And renewed friendship.
2
renewed friendships is something. If we had gotten the uncommon dude, I think Leia's good, but I think her issue is like deck construction, right? You have to disclose something that does not match the thing that's in play, right? And I don't think we have quite enough to make Leia work, right? There's a lot more single aspect cards, though, in theory, right? So you could, in theory, you should always have something to buff, right? Now, traditionally, the experience units are much better, right? Tarkin, Rey, Snoke are all like standouts and limited. So like Leia's certainly a consideration. What would it be? Leia blue yellow. You play a turn 1 A-wing and then you buff the A-wing to a 2/3 with raid 2. That doesn't sound bad to me.
Yeah, that does sound pretty good.
Doesn't sound bad to me.
There's also a Skyhopper there.
Yeah, right. It's a 1/4, so you could buff it on the ground. Leia,
you get the Lightmaker, you get Hunter.
Yeah.
You get the stuff.
You got 3 5s that turn into 4 6s with a little bit of effort. So I think Leia blue yellow is possible, right? I think that's entirely that's a deck. We've got a lot of like sick red black cards though.
Yeah.
And
the amount of Sith Assassins is too damn high
to
ignore.
Yeah. So the thing with like say Leia is your curve doesn't have to be perfect because she'll round it out, right? Play Leia and you're not main blue, you keep a blue removal type card in hand to buff and you keep your opponent's board in check. Too good not to consider heavily, although the villain you opened is solid. So I think
like Sly Moore yellow black.
Yeah, Sly Moore
red.
Sly Moore red yellow I think is a deck. Like that's I think it's a deck we could play.
We get a lot of really good yellow and red cards. The
Yeah.
Enforcer Squadron, Hondo, and Elite Squad.
Yeah.
As our bombs, we get Grindin and Lurking Snub Fighter, and these delegates are also really good.
Yes, I think the delegates and the Snub Fighter are like probably our standouts. And I think because we've got like 3 Sith assassins, and then Contempt for Culture, you can FN Trooper and buff Sly Moore. So that's a consideration. I think Palpatine is also a consideration. I think blue-yellow Palpatine could work, because we've got these 2 plot cards. We've got Grendon and the Snub Fighter are also plot cards. And then there's a handful of other plot cards.
So what are we getting out of blue? We have, like, removal wise, we get the Knowledge and Defense. We get charges with Charge of Murder. Is that the removal card?
Yeah, it right.
That seems pretty.
Charge with Murder is not great.
Well, I mean, it's like it can kill something.
Yes, it can kill something big. Yeah,
it can kill something.
Yeah.
I think that's probably retaliate.
We got retaliation. We also have this like 1/4. Although this is like an argument to play Leia, because like a 1/4 Sentinel suddenly as a 2/5 Sentinel means you probably shut down space. So yellow is so much better. This set in limited felt like it was easily the worst last set.
Also with Leia or Palpatine, we get Lando.
I don't not think this pool of cards is Leia though.
So it is Leia then.
So
you do think it's Leia?
I mean, because we're with like this right here. This is like a solid. So,
it's this
restore
and this
2.
If we're doing Leia stuff, right?
Well, I think Faith in Your Friends ejects.
Yeah.
I think
like these 2 are pretty damn strong.
I think this will never work, right?
No.
Like I don't think it's likely to work.
It'll draw you a card.
Yeah. I might be wrong, but I don't think we have enough yellow because Faith in Your Friends is triple yellow, and it is one of your yellow cards.
The double heroism is going to be really hard to hit too.
I don't think it's easy.
No,
yeah, right.
That's
right.
not.
So
not free.
I mean, you get you do have the High Command Counselor, and seems pretty good, and Rebel Pathfinder. Like both of these are like playable in their own right.
Yeah,
and
I like both of these 2 for limited.
Yeah, I would like play him as like a 30th card.
Yeah.
I'm not like excited to play this guy, but I guess it does also smoke.
Kills
a spy token.
Kills the Sith assassin.
So,
or captures Sith assassin. I think it's just fine.
So
I think it's just fine.
I don't know. I'm convinced. I think Leia blue yellow might be enough.
Okay, let's lean into it then.
So I think these are gone. We can downsize the villainy. We can downsize the green.
Friends.
We downsize the red.
I do think the Sly Moore deck was probably second best.
I do. Yeah, I think there is another deck there, right? Like I think there is an avenue.
It may have been just as good, if not better. I think there's arguments for both. Even Palpatine. There was a lot of really good plot stuff.
So Beguile bounces something, so that's pretty good. That's in there. Let's get our curve going here.
Do we want this when defeated your next officials one less? Maybe?
I don't think so. I would consider that if our
connections, if we need extra cards.
Yeah,
anything off aspect that we would want to maybe consider.
Well, she doesn't work with villainy, so that's probably not worth it.
But maybe like packing something extra just in case.
Yeah, you could. I don't know. It's tough to say.
Like 3PO.
You could 3PO I think is too expensive.
Renewed
However,
Friendship.
I think Renewed Friendship might be fine.
I could see this being good for 6 at some point.
Yeah.
I'll put this to the side.
Accelerate Our Plans I think probably makes the deck, and then I definitely think these A-Wings do. Hired Slicers probably fine.
When defeated official won't share an aspect with anything. That's a good point.
Right. It has no aspect at all, right? So
I like the idea of one Renewed Friendship.
Maybe you play Sneaking Suspicion. There's probably no reason not to play it, I guess. These are cards I'm not sold on.
So draw 3 cards, then you put a card from your hand on the top of your deck, and another card from. Yeah, I don't think it's gets played.
I think this card's probably fine. A 3/4 in space, where if you disclose a blue, you draw a card.
Yeah, that sounds great.
So sounds great. Knowledge and Defense sounds great. I think this nimble prowess is actually probably sicko. This Lost Jedi is probably sicko with Leia. He's got like a bad stat line initially, but if he gets like any buffs, he probably goes crazy.
I think Gasol as an off aspect card is worth considering too.
I don't know if I love paying 8 for something that only hits for 4.
At the worst, though, you use it for you hold it in hand for your Leia, and if you need to play it, you can play it.
Disciples Devotion is probably good.
It's also like this guy.
Armor Fortune definitely gets played. I guess you play this Senate Warden. You're already given experience tokens. Alright, how many cards is that right there?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26.
So you need 4 more. So maybe you just put these in.
Let's throw the renewed friendship in there.
Sure, but it goes like right there. I'm not 100% sure there's enough blue in this deck for Charged with Murder to work. So I think we just put that over there.
Yeah.
Donnie Pilgrim, I guess she is a 1-drop that gets buffed. And then I think you just throw the Hyperspace Disaster in there as a release valve if things go really bad.
The Astromech can be good. Can let you run into one unit and exhaust another in a turn. Like this guy can trade and then exhaust something.
Yeah, I just don't love his stat line, right?
Yeah.
3/2 for 3. Not the biggest fan of it. It might be better than this Sentinel thing. Like you can always sideboard into this guy. You know, it's typically I like playing things with higher attack than defense in sealed, or at least limited, because damage is king. Like you really want to get stuff off the table, and you're better at racing the opponent, right?
Okay.
So I think that's a deck right there.
Boom.
Yeah. You know, sound off in the comments if you think the Slymore deck looks better than this. I think the Slymore deck ends up playing a lot of this stuff.
Yeah, it does, right? It's all the it's basically all that yellow.
All
stuff.
that yellow stuff gets played
Yeah.
for sure. But you've got the 3 yellow black cards to add to the deck, and then you have like way more villainy stuff to add. All right, the next pool. Okay.
I do feel like there's just a very distinct lack of removal. in this set.
There's a lot less removal.
Stuff is going to be on the table, smashing, or smashing into each other, and stuff's not really even trading.
Yeah, we got to 30.
I'm very interested to see how this will play.
It might just be ignore each other, go base, right?
Yeah, it might be.
We got another Bale.
That's actually a mark in favor of the exhausted unit guy, because like if you exhaust and stop the damage coming in that turn, you can get the tempo.
A Ferrix Uprising, we probably play that on the virtue that it actually kills something.
Yeah.
Has the potential to kill something.
That's definitely fine.
Not this.
The back horrible.
We got Vice Admiral Rampart. This might be like for limited purposes. This might be one of the worst packs I've seen. Like, is this card like if you were blue red Leia? This card is good. It's 2/3 for 2 in space. It might just be playable just on its own, right? Because I'm like trying to evaluate these. Like is this guy playable? I don't know.
He's a 30th card.
Yeah. We did get the Amaz Amida there.
Okay.
We got Muckraker Crab Droid.
I like that guy too. It's pretty aggressive.
And I think this card actually probably does so much work in limited. 4/4 and can restore 2.
Yeah, I think that's great. I mean, that was a lot of green in there.
Yeah. It also had this pack also had a Shadow Crawler.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So, you know, it kind of leaned green there. So, all right. We got a Slymore. Maybe we get to make the Slymore deck after all. We did get a Atreus Acolyte. Pardon me.
He's exploding.
All right, I managed to choke it back down. We've got the Atreus Acolyte here. So the stat line at common here is magnificent. We got an Unveiled Might. Bale deck? Bale, question mark? Mina Bonteri. Seems pretty good. Another 2-4 for 2 there. We got a Chairman Papanoida. I don't know that we can...
not getting played.
Yeah. I don't know that we can get him in the mix. We had some other stuff in here that's like halfway decent. But we got Captain Rex.
Oh.
And he is mighty tempting. Captain Rex is mighty tempting. Mon Mothma, maybe we still make a Mon Mothma deck. Papanoida for Mon Mothma. We got it right there. We got Dracelian Commandos. I think those are pretty good in limited there. I got this dude. What is this dude doing in limited?
Being thick.
6/6 in space Sentinel.
That's pretty good.
This pack seemed pretty good for limited. We got a Kino Loy. I don't know, Slymore maybe, right? You get enough exhausted units in play. Slymore goes crazy.
Kino's just good, I think.
I think this card's probably pretty good in limited. Being able to defeat an upgrade on your leader deploy is sick. This deck got a hyperspace disaster.
Sorry, space.
So yeah, we're getting busy in space. There were some other officials in that deck. This might be the Mon Mothma deck, I think. Some stuff could change. We got a Luthen. I suspect Luthen's probably pretty good in limited. We got this thing. This card is crazy good for limited, I think. The Consular's Cruiser. We got another Shadow Crawler. We got a Darth Treya. Does that go crazy with Slymore? It could, right?
It could.
It could go crazy.
It certainly could.
Now, this is one of those happy little accidents. Normally, this is not like this isn't in your you wouldn't have to play against this in limited, but we picked up a Captain Typho.
Oh,
and that makes us really have to consider Padme, right?
Yeah, true. It's pretty insane.
Just hitting a starter deck card in your pool is awesome, right? It's kind of like a...
Also good with Mothma, if we go that route. This is a good card. Very good with Padme, though.
We got a Dryden. Can you make him work in limited? That's a tough sell.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's a tough sell. I don't know that you have enough 7-drop stuff. We got 2 Shadow Crawlers. Maybe we got enough. I don't know. Is this guy a workhorse in limited? The hunting assassin droid? Does it go crazy?
The problem is it's probably not as easy to have damaged enemy unit, I guess.
Yeah. Is it?
I don't know.
So we've got 2 Vice Admiral Ramparts in this pool. Is that good? I don't know.
I mean, the Slymore deck is looking like green-yellow, if anything.
Yeah. The Dryden Voss deck, you mean?
The Dryden Voss deck.
We got a hyperspace Slymore, so we're actually down a possible leader because we got another leader. We did get this tank. When played, deal 1 damage to each of up to 4 other ground units. So that could do some work. We got a Libertine, Slymore mono yellow.
Problems we have 4 yellow cards. So
we got 2 copies of No One Ever Knew in this pack.
That's pretty good with slime. All the spies you're making, right?
Right. So, yeah. We got a political bully at least. This one's a hard one to evaluate, I think.
Yeah, it's not as much of a slam dunk.
This one isn't like just
because like Slime War sounds great, but then look at what we got here. This
not a lot of yellow.
It's not amazing looking.
Not a lot of yellow there.
However, we got some big beefy green hero. We got some really good blue hero units.
Yeah.
We have 2 of these emissaries with 4/6 revive.
Yeah. So
they sort of tempo you up a little bit.
Yeah, it kind of feels like we're leaning Mon Mothma there.
Yeah.
Right?
There's just so many options if we would play Mon Mothma. Another A-wing. A Booley. I would love to play Slime War though. So Slime War, if we did Slime War green, I just feel like we don't have enough cards to go in the deck.
Yeah, our green. I mean, we've got the Rampart there. The double Rampart twins. That actually might be like an argument for Dryden Voss, because you could ambush him, and buff stuff immediately. We need a number of things that cost 7. Discard a card that costs 6 or more. So we've got Naboo security forces and 2 shadow crawlers. That's green. If we go to blue,
we get Hyperspace Disaster and the Cantwell cruiser. We have the
shock squad.
So he can activate like 4 times.
Right.
I don't know.
I mean, being able to ambush in limited is really powerful. This unit seems really big. This Naboo security force seems huge. It's a 5/7 for 6 that can also give Sentinel. When played and when defeated. Huh.
I do kind of like the. I mean, Slime War green. You get all this stuff.
So the problem is
can buff spies.
I think if you
I mean, No One Ever Knew, I think, just can win the game straight up.
Yeah, it could, right? You tap your opponent out like 2 turns in a row.
Yeah.
And you've won.
The Screeching Tie is good. ISB agent's there for damage.
I don't know.
Some more 1-drops.
So I don't actually know if 1 damage is good in this sealed format.
Just doing a damage?
I think doing 1 damage is probably not enough. I think 2 damage is where we want to be. All right, let's go take a look at our red real fast. I know we kind of it feels like we kind of skipped over it.
You got the chairman?
Yeah, I don't think we can make. The only way to make that work would be mono red Luthen.
He comes with Mon Mothma, right?
We could make him work with Mon Mothma.
I don't know if we're drawing any cards, but
or if our opponent draws cards, then we get to do stuff.
So if we do Mon Mothma green, we get all this stuff. We don't get Rex.
Well, you could do Mon Mothma blue, right?
You do Mon Mothma blue, and then get
Mon Mothma.
You do get Typho. Okay, but you do get all this yellow stuff. We get this thing. Okay.
You don't get the vehicle, but you get those 3.
Yeah. Those guys good.
You get this
upgrade cost 3 or less.
You get this guy.
Yeah, that's great.
And then you get these 2 bombs, and then we get a thing that draws a card. This guy's supposed to be over there. This guy.
Oh yeah.
But I think our blue is awful. Now that I'm processing what's in our blue, it's awful. Scour the Archives, awful. We have 2 of those.
Retaliation.
Retaliation is pay 5 to kill
something that's already done damage to you.
Yeah, to kill a 2/6 or something. That seems pretty bad. I guess we'd be on Mon Mothma red. The thing about our red is that it's got actual removal in it, right? Not much, but it's got some. Let's call it war. Charged with treason, at least do damage to units.
Aggressive negotiation is something. Any good blue officials?
No.
None?
No, we have 4 blue units. Is the thing.
None.
Yeah. We have 4 total blue units, which is why you look at the stack and you think, oh, we got a lot of stuff over here. But it's this thing, Armor of Fortune. You can't even really count Will Rod Wilro Hood and the Defense Fleet X-Wings, because I don't actually think they're good. The X-Wing's only good if you're buffing it with like Leia. And then we got a Rotunda Senate Guard. So I actually think our blue is awful. And I think our yellow is awful. I think this pool is awful. I think if you open this, you're gonna like feel pain, right? Physical pain.
I almost want to say you go Slime War out just because of the potential wins with Spy Overwhelming and Darth Treya and no one ever knew. You get Kino, you get the Moss Maiden double Rampart you get in there. I think you can trigger Rampart in this build because you play heavy green.
Yeah, right. You're going to be heavy green. You need double green. Mm-hmm. And you've got a lot of villainy.
And there is some good yellow. Like, you get A-Wing. I don't hate the
Astromech's fine.
The Duchess. I don't hate the
Slicer's fine.
The Slicer's fine. You might play this.
Yeah, I don't think you would. I wouldn't pay 3.
You're better off just leaning into those better.
Yeah.
So that's my thoughts. I mean, like because like you said, you play Mothma Blue and you get this stuff, but like all this is shit.
Yeah.
You play Mothma Red, and I'm just not super excited about any of this stuff.
Yeah, I mean it's like a lot of the stuff down.
The AT is good.
A lot of the stuff down here is workman like, right? Like the Warrior Clan Ordo and the Contraband Starhopper are not flashy. You can play the chairman. You don't get to draw cards, but you at least get to play this guy, right? Yeah. You actually have 2 Warrior Clan Ordos. So I am actually pretty excited to play red.
Okay.
Because I think they will get a lot of damage in. I think it might be Mothma Red. Mothma Red. I think the problem with the slide deck is if we don't if we get like,
I think you late game you get stomped out.
I think if you get slightly behind early in the game with Sly, you've lost, right?
Yeah, that's probably true. All right, let's go Mothma.
So, I think Mothma.
Let's delete all this villainy stuff.
Mothma Red. I think the Duchess, they could be played, but you have to disclose yellow, so I think those are out of the mix. I think those are gone.
Mothma Red, so this stuff's gone.
Yeah. It's a shame to lose the Rex. I think BMO probably doesn't make the cut. This dude probably does. A 4/3 for 3 is fine. This thing attacks for 4 in space. Is probably fine. Yeah. If you've got something that's damaged, then you get to do 2 damage. And this Grassroots Resistance probably also gets played. This unit probably gets played. He's like slightly overcosted, but it is a Sentinel. It forces your opponent to attack or do stuff with it. And then we'll put these Inspiring Senators off to the side if we need to round out our curve. But I suspect that we don't because we're playing Mon Mothma. So Junior Senator Mina Bonteri. We've got 3PO, Ordo, and Contraband Starhopper. This card's getting played for sure. Papanoida. Papanoida is like maybe we play Reconnaissance, but I don't think that's great. I think this shuttle is actually probably fine and limited. I think that could go crazy. That for sure. Kino Loy for sure. Unveiled Might is probably sick. Barracks Uprising probably gets played. The Star Skiff. This Security Force. The Shadow Crawler. How many cards is that right there?
4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26.
Okay. So guess we'll play this Undercity Police. We will play the War Walker.
I like the War Walker.
I think it's fine. Yeah. I mean, Overwhelm. I think you'll trample a spy token to death and then get damage into the base, and I think that's going to be pretty good. Corellian Hounds. I don't actually think this card is probably playable in limited.
Yeah.
I actually think this card might be a really good sideboard card, and constructed.
Agreed.
Just because something that costs 5 that comes into play ready in some matchups is going to be sick, but in limited, I think if you get Corellian Hounds to work in limited, it's because you've been beating your opponent's pants off.
Yeah.
So, all right. So that's 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. We need a 30th card.
One of these stupid guys. This thing.
I think we probably want one of the 3-drop officials because I think we are a little scant on the early drops, and we add all this to the sideboard.
Okay.
That pool was not easy. That was probably one of the hardest pools I've seen to try to put together. If it weren't for Mon Mothma, I think we would that pool would have been in serious trouble, right?
Let's see who is cursed with Mothma. Who gets to? Well, this is the contest of the baddest bitch.
Yeah. Why we got to pit 2 of them together?
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for what I play. Mothma.
Okay.
All right. So this is sideboard. This is your sideboard.
Okay.
All right, I'm changing to Slimeware after this game, after first game.
If it goes sideways,
I'm not actually, because that would take too much time. But I would have played Slimeware if it were me.
In a heartbeat.
Yeah. That first pull was so much better. Oh my god, I had 3 L's in it too.
Yeah.
And I think two of them are in that deck because you get the Lightmaker and Lando. Yikes.
I think that's like the when people were saying I'm not excited for the set, I was like, what are you talking about? It seems like a really good set for a constructed. But I do think the rares and the L's in this set are just like way less inspiring compared to like the spaceship set. There's like you got Luke's and you got Bounty Hunters, you got like all kinds of cool characters that you could possibly bust open, right? Like if you're a fan of like specific characters. But and I love the show Andor. But like a good chunk of the Andor characters are just like uncommon.
Just like, and there's also like humans.
Yeah, they're just people. There's people. Yeah, it's just the dude. I think
like the card quality in the set is actually some of the best card quality overall on average than since the first set. Like the impactfulness of some of the cards in the set.
Yeah, I think it's like it's a weird place to be in, right?
Yeah.
A 4. Inconclusive. A 10. That you rolled a 4. Okay. You rolled a 4. I'll take the initiative.
Oh boy. I said they didn't do Prestige for the KOTOR legendaries. Yeah, that'd been cool.
I'm gonna play a Skyhopper Canyon Runner
warrior.
I'm gonna use Leia, and I'm gonna just go Lando.
I'm absolutely fucking destroyed.
I'm disclosing Lando.
It's like initiative. I don't know how I can possibly win. Good lord. Good lord. Leia's OP. Nerf.
I don't know what's the resource here. I guess it's that.
Tiger base. I will disclose the Corellian Hounds.
Okay.
To not take 2.
I'm going to attack you for 2.
I'll play this shuttle.
If you have the initiative, create a spy token. I'm gonna beguile. So I'm gonna look at your hand. The Skiff, Corellian Hound, Shadow Crawler. Okay. And then I'm gonna choose the shuttle to put it back in your hand.
Take initiative.
I think the shuttle was about to run away with the game.
Yeah, it can start to give me tons of spies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The thing I'll say about some of the leaders in this set is they do have like a lot of health for when they deploy. A lot of the like a good chunk of these 5-drop leaders are 7 health, which is not easy to like just kill.
All right. Play the captain.
The captain. I'm gonna play Populist Champion.
Take a base for 3. I'll show you the hounds.
Okay. I'm gonna tap Leia and show you the Hired Slicer, and I'm gonna buff the Populist Captain or Champion, Populist Champion.
Take initiative.
Pass. I'll have to pick one of these to get rid of. I guess it's you. Okay.
Attack you for 4.
Okay. I have to like sequence this in a really odd way. Actually, I guess I don't. I'm gonna Leia, and I'm gonna show you Nimble Prowess. And I'll give an experience token to the Sky Hopper.
Take your base. Show you the hounds.
I am going to play a Hired Slicer.
Play the Skiff.
I am going to play Nimble Prowess on the Populist Champion.
The exhausted unit.
Yeah, you already.
Play 3PO.
The champion is going to attack Typho, and I'll take 4.
I'll heal 1 from my base, show you the Shadow Crawler and Grassroots Resistance.
Sure.
I'll take initiative.
The Canyon Runner is taken out. The Ordo.
Hey guys, how do you like new cards? How do they compare to previous sets? Well, I just got done saying that I think this card, the card quality of this set, like in a constructed sense, is some of the best on average since the first set. They're just not like flashy. They're not Jedis.
Right.
But there's some sick ass cards.
It's easy to like misinterpret that.
Yeah.
So, okay, pass.
I'll play Emissaries from Ryloth. I'll -3, -0. The Slicer.
Okay. The Skyhopper Canyon Runner is going to attack C-3PO.
If you get a Carbo Box, we did do a Carbo Box opening video the other day. If you want like a idea of what a really fucking good Carbo Box opening looks like, we're also about to open one after we finish this match.
So. If you want to see one that has to be worse,
likely worse, yeah,
likely worse.
I'll tell you 4.
Okay. I'm gonna play Light Maker.
I'll play Mon.
I'm gonna use Leia and buff Light Maker. Show you Lost Jedi. Disclose Lost Jedi.
Take it 3.
I will deploy Leia.
Take initiative.
Leia's gonna attack your base for 4. I am going to disclose Hunter and buff the populist guy here. And then I'm going to fight the emissaries from Ryloth. 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah.
I have +1 HP.
Oh, well, I guess
that.
I'm fighting your base for 6. Got the +1. And then the Hired Slicer is going to attack you, and I'm going to reveal the top 2.
You to exhaust one?
Reveal the top 2. If you do, you may exhaust a unit that shares a trait with one of the cards. Put the cards on the bottom of the deck in a random order. Yeah.
Okay. The official unit get deployed this turn or last turn is -3 from memory. Huh? It was this turn. Did I not pay? It was this turn because I get my -3 to this dude.
Yeah, it doesn't do damage.
Yeah.
I wanted to take a look at the top cards of the deck. It put those cards on the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I think I'm dead here. If I had a way to get ambush, I think I'd be in great shape. I think I'm dead here, but I actually think this game is pretty close. I think I lost to Mon Mothma's bonus there.
Take it for 4. You were 20, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Leia is going to attack your base for 4. I'm going to show you Senator Chuchi, and I will buff the populist champion. It's actually possible that buffing the Lightmaker was a mistake, right?
Yeah, because then you could have.
Oh, sorry. I have a hunter to buff it. My mistake. Because I could crash the Lightmaker and tap you out on the ground arena.
Yeah. I'll play Shadowcrawler. Why did I just kill the Slicer? You have to trade. You have to kill like Mothma or emissaries with your thing to not die. And then that sticks around for another turn. At least, yeah, I'll kill the Slicer.
Okay.
Blue can't buff blue.
Yeah, I already took care of it.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess the Populous guy has to kill the Mon Mothma. Does he have enough? Puts me to 7.
Take it for
4. Hit you for 7.
Take initiative.
I wonder if I was supposed to attack with the Slicer instead of Leia. If I attack the Slicer, well, I guess it depends on what's on your deck, right?
Right.
If I whiff,
Then you're dead.
but if I attack with the Slicer, or do you die? There might have been a out this turn. This hits you for 3. Yeah. I think the correct play was attack with the Slicer first. What did you have on top?
Underworld Vehicle Fighter and Fringe Vehicle Walker.
So I would have
Republic,
whiffed.
Twilight, and yeah, I think you would have whiffed.
So I would have whiffed.
You would have whiffed.
I would have whiffed.
Republic. Oh no, no Republic.
No. I would have. So I would have whiffed.
Yeah.
So I think because I dumped 7 into Mothma. That I guess maybe is my deck more of a guarantee vehicle. No, I straight up miss.
That deck sucks. Leia sucks. Mama Mothma's the best. Great seal pool.
All right, let's go to the sideboard.
Amazing. Yeah,
I think. I think I lost to Captain Typho, right?
Yeah, he put a stop to everything. This Incinerated didn't make this deck, or was this the wrong sealed pool?
No, you've swapped the.
Okay.
No,
That's right. That's right. This didn't make the deck.
No, well, there was something else that hit way harder. That's a 3/6. It's a 3/6. I mean, you can put it in the deck. Feel free to put it in the deck. I just don't think it's correct.
I bet early game. It was definitely Typho. The Typho bomb.
It was it was Typho.
I put a stop to you from attacking me for like 2 straight turns.
I would have killed your Ordo, and your Ordo went for like another 6 damage, right? So like I took 10 damage because of Typho. Typho hit me for 4, and the Ordo hit me for a bunch more.
I think I like the tank more than the Hounds.
Blue, yellow.
The Hounds just kind of did whatever. I was used them to disclose until I eventually resourced them. So I think potentially getting damage out on Nathan's guys is better, especially with stuff in the deck like the, let's call it War.
I resourced Lando, but I wonder if Lando gets me out of that situation too.
Yeah, I was kind of worried about Lando.
I think I was just like forced to resource him because I had other stuff. I had the Hunter. I felt like Hunter would end the game faster. So yeah, I think I was on the verge of cracking that game wide open. But I think it was Typho. I saw the skiff and was like, oh, I think that skiff might do a lot of damage. But the good news was I had without. You couldn't like play the skiff. You would have to like deploy Mothma on the next turn, before it would have restore 2.
At the time, I was like getting ready to attack because I didn't need the restore yet, but I took a bunch of damage all at once.
Yeah.
Leia got shuffled in. Huh?
Yeah, I took care of it. Leia's right here. Leia's right here. Alright, I'll take initiative. I think you just end up giving away initiative with Leia, because you're just going to end up...
I think so.
Yeah, okay.
Just like all those experience givers. Watching on mobile over here.
Yeah.
It's mulligan.
I guess it's that. Yeah, I didn't have I wanted a, I didn't, like, bouncing the shuttle, obviously. I wanted a second 2-drop, but I didn't draw one because I wanted to go 2-drop buff, and then my 1-drop kill would kill the Ordo guy, right? But then I had to tap out for it, which meant I was, like, off curve there, so that last game. I will play a Donnie Pilgrim.
Warrior.
I am going to show you Grassroots Resistance, which I also think would have helped last time. And I'll buff the Donnie Pilgrim. I'll pass. Well, I resourced that card, but that card would have helped me out last time as well. Maybe we should just get rid of that card.
Okay. Attacking for 3. I'll show you this Coruscant Undercity Police.
Okay. I will attack you for 2.
Shuttle.
I am going to play Senator Chuchi.
Take it.
Pass.
Yeah, boy. Everyone's favorite creature, or everyone's favorite unit for the next 2 years. Blue-green hero force decks have Sentinel redundancy now if they don't have the force with Troop.
Grassroots Resistance, the warrior, so 3 damage to him, gain 3.
I'll hit you for 2. Make a spy.
Chuchi's gonna attack Typho. I'll restore 1.
I'll disclose hero and green, so Skiff and emissaries.
Sure.
To heal one. I'll take initiative.
I'll pass.
Thank you for 4.
I'm going to play the Bardaten Ornithopter. I'm going to disclose Disciples Devotion and draw a card.
Thank you for 2. Make a spy.
I'm going to Unruly Astromech, buff the Donny Pilgrim.
I'll play emissaries. I'm gonna -3, -0.
Yeah. Chuchi is going to attack Typho. I'll restore 1.
That's 2, right?
Yeah.
I do not disclose. I will take initiative.
Donny Pilgrim is going to fight Typho. Oh, it does nothing. Sorry, I forgot. It has no bonus. Sure, pass.
Thank you for 4.
I'm going to use Leia and show you a Rebel Pathfinder and buff this Ornithopter.
Take it for 2. Make a spy. Or spy.
I'm going to play a Rebel Pathfinder.
Attack you for 4.
I'm going to put Disciples Devotion on the Rebel Pathfinder.
Hit Sentinel?
Yeah.
I'm gonna Ferrix Uprising and blast it for 1,000,000.
Oh, attack Captain Typho.
He's dead. Finally. I'll show you this 3PO to heal.
Sure.
Take it for 2.
I'm going to deploy Leia.
That is 2 health left.
Yeah.
I think I kill it.
Sure. I will gain 1.
Yeah.
Leia's going to take out a spy, and then I'm going to show you Hunter and buff this thing.
I'll deploy Mothma.
I'll take it. I'll fight this guy. Sorry, fight that guy.
Take it for 3.
I'll take initiative.
No carbo yet. I'll play 3PO. Pass.
like an action behind. All right, you got it.
Okay.
I could play Lando and gain 6 there, but I think ultimately I'd die. Leia fights one of your dudes, but I think I'm too far behind.
Just open a starter deck only card.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, I don't know what to say. I mean,
yours.
Here you go. I mean, the thing was those Ryloth dudes. I feel like it wasn't just losing to Typho. I think it was a combination of Typho and those Ryloth guys, which means if I've got like a Sentinel, I have to like scrounge up resources to defeat, and then the Ryloth guys are like, well, you guys are blank. So
yeah, that dude's Mothma. You get so many options with Mothma.
Yep.
If you open it, definitely a good consideration. There you go. That's sealed.
Yeah. I think overconfidence is a slowed insidious killer.
Yeah.
Yeah,
no kidding. Just to be really down on your pool and sad when you start your first round.
Yeah, and like opponents love that, right?
Yeah. They do. Like, oh, my deck, my trio sucks.
And I'll tell you right now, like opponents really love an ungracious winner. They love that.
Yeah.
That's a tip from me to you. Just talk about how awful something is, and then proceed to roll somebody.
Indeed. Well, thanks for watching, y'all.
Better overall, just Mothma has some bombs. If you draw them at the right time, yikes. Yeah. I think the Leia deck was like has the ability to snowball, but that particular Mothma deck was just like very good at just ending the game before things got out of hand, right? And that second game I don't think was close at all. I think the Feryx Uprising was just like a complete blowout. I think there might not just be enough removal in this set.
That's very much, and the removal, it's hard to play.
Oh, and here's
the removal that exists is like so conditional.
Yeah, I mean, I think I lost to that shuttle because you have 3 additional things, and so you completely destroy my Sentinel that I put in the way, right? And you got so many of them for free. I honestly wonder if there's like a place where I'm just supposed to take the initiative somewhere in there.
I was trying to figure out.
Play that,
it was always bad for you. It was always like really bad.
Yeah, it was like leave 3 resources on the ground, and I don't think you're gonna win a limited game by like just time walking yourself.
Right. The one turn where like I could have deployed Mothma and done some other stuff and took it instead. Like that's where that was like maybe your opportunity. But even then, that was like that was the only time you could have taken initiative without losing.
You Feryx'd me on the next turn.
Yeah, exactly.
And the thing, so like that. My goal was to force something that you were going to have to like beat through a bunch of it, and then you just killed it on the spot. And like, I don't know. I
think the key is play.
I think Typho.
Play around your removal.
I don't think I actually lost to Typho that game. I think I lost to the Ryloth thing, and I don't think there was a way for me to play around it. Because if I attack with one of the guys, then you reduce the other one, and so Typho's still on the table. If I buff one, then the Ryloth comes down and takes care of that guy anyway, right? Like
exactly.
And I knew about the Ryloth thing, right?
It was disclosed.
It was disclosed to me, but there was no way to play around it. So I don't know. There's an argument. So I was deciding whether to take out the Ord dude or to dump the 3 damage into Typho. And so I was like, well, the Ord guy is going to be another 3, and I still have to attack to kill Typho. So I opted to kill the Ord because it shot me back down to 0 at that point. Because after I dealt, like I didn't have anything on the board that cleanly killed the Ord Mantell guy, or sorry, the Ord warrior. So I was going to have to buff one of them to do it. So maybe I was supposed to shoot Typho.
Shoot Typho and then attack him.
And then, he would die. So maybe that was the play. That might be the hinge point. That's one of those. Star Wars is a game that'll make you second guess literally everything that you do, and I think there's some lines where you make the play, and it might just be the wrong play, right? Like it may seem apparent at the time, but it is the wrong play, and it's like impossible to know until like 3 turns later, right? Tough to say there. So anyway, moving on to the Carbonite.
Yep. thanks for watching, y'all.
Thanks for watching the sealed thing. Hopefully, you learned something from it.
Yeah, I mean, I think
the removal is
play removal if you can, and build your deck toward the removal.
Yeah, any conditional removal is at least removal.
Because there's so many impactful cards in the set or units in the set that if you remove, your opponent might just be up creek or whatever.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna move on to Carbonite. If you're watching on YouTube, stick around the next time you open our channel, and you'll see that. So, goodbye.
See ya.